The harp seal enters the world in silence, born on shifting sheets of sea ice where the line between life and death is as thin as the frozen surface beneath it. From its first breath, this marine mammal is shaped by instability. Ice cracks, winds roar, and the ocean below waits with cold indifference. There is no shelter, no gradual introduction to the environment. Survival begins immediately. The evolutionary story of the harp seal is inseparable from ice. Its ancestors emerged during periods when polar regions expanded and contracted in rhythmic cycles, favoring species capable of synchronizing their lives with frozen seas. Over time, harp seals evolved to exploit a narrow ecological window, one where ice provides safety from predators, a platform for birth, and a temporary refuge before life transitions fully into the ocean. Physically, the harp seal is a masterclass in cold adaptation. Its streamlined body minimizes drag in water while retaining heat. Beneath the skin lies a thick layer of blubber, serving as insulation, energy storage, and buoyancy control. This blubber is not passive fat, it is a dynamic organ that sustains the seal through fasting periods, fuels long migrations, and protects vital organs from freezing temperatures. The harp seal's fur undergoes dramatic transformation throughout its life. Newborn pups, known as whitecoats, are covered in dense white fur that reflects sunlight and blends seamlessly with the ice. This camouflage reduces detection by predators during the most vulnerable stage of life. As the pup matures, this fur is shed, replaced by a sleek, water-resistant coat better suited for swimming. Adult harp seals display the species' signature marking, a dark, harp-shaped pattern stretching across the back. This marking is not merely aesthetic, it plays a role in species recognition and may help break up the seal's outline when viewed from above or below in the water. Behaviorally, harp seals are migratory by necessity. They follow the movement of ice and prey across vast distances, traveling thousands of kilometers annually. Migration is not a choice but a requirement dictated by breeding cycles and food availability. Timing is critical. Arrive too early, and the ice may be unstable. Arrive too late, and suitable breeding grounds may vanish. Breeding is a synchronized event. Each year, massive aggregations of harp seals gather on ice floes to give birth within a narrow time frame. This simultaneity overwhelms predators, ensuring that while some pups are lost, many survive. It is a strategy rooted in numbers rather than defense. Maternal investment is intense but brief. Female harp seals nurse their pups for approximately 2 weeks, producing milk so rich in fat that pups gain weight at astonishing rates. During this period, mothers fast entirely, relying on stored blubber. When nursing ends, the mother leaves abruptly, and the pup is left alone on the ice, already prepared for independence. This abandonment is not cruelty but efficiency. The pup must quickly learn to swim, dive, and hunt. Prolonged care would increase risk for both mother and offspring. Independence is accelerated because the environment demands it. Predators lurk constantly. Polar bears patrol ice edges, scanning for vulnerable seals. Orcas wait beneath the surface, using coordinated hunting tactics to isolate individuals. Sharks and large fish pose additional threats. Survival depends on vigilance, timing, and the ability to disappear into water instantly. Diving ability is central to harp seal survival. They routinely dive hundreds of meters, holding their breath for extended periods while hunting fish and invertebrates. Specialized blood chemistry allows efficient oxygen storage, while slowed heart rates conserve energy during deep dives. Each dive is a controlled physiological event, balancing risk and reward. Feeding behavior reflects opportunism. Harp seals consume a wide range of prey, including fish, crustaceans, and squid. Diet composition shifts seasonally and geographically, demonstrating flexibility essential for survival in dynamic marine environments. The harp seal's role in the ecosystem is significant. As mid-level predators, they regulate fish populations and transfer energy between trophic levels. Their presence influences the structure of marine food webs, connecting plankton-rich waters to apex predators. Human interaction has shaped harp seal history dramatically. Commercial hunting once reduced populations severely, driven by demand for fur and oil. Conservation measures have allowed partial recovery, but the legacy of exploitation remains embedded in public perception. Yet today's greatest threat is not the hunter's club but a warming climate. Sea ice forms later, breaks earlier, and drifts unpredictably. The stable platforms harp seals rely upon for birth and early development are disappearing. The harp seal stands at the intersection of ice and ocean, past and future. Its life cycle is a precise choreography performed on a stage that is rapidly melting away. As the ice recedes, the harp seal's world grows more uncertain. The timing that once aligned perfectly with seasonal cycles now shifts unpredictably. Mothers arrive to breeding grounds that may fracture beneath them. Pups are born onto thinner ice, vulnerable not only to predators but to drowning if the surface collapses. Adaptation has limits. While harp seals are flexible hunters and strong swimmers, their reproductive strategy remains tied to ice. No amount of swimming skill can replace a stable platform for birth. This dependence reveals how even highly adapted species can be fragile when environmental change accelerates beyond evolutionary pace. Social behavior among harp seals is subtle. Outside of breeding season, they form loose aggregations rather than rigid social structures. Communication occurs through vocalizations and body posture, particularly underwater. These sounds carry through ice-filled waters, coordinating movement and alerting others to danger. Juvenile seals face the highest mortality rates. Learning to hunt efficiently takes time, and mistakes are unforgiving. Those that survive the first year gain experience rapidly, refining diving technique, prey selection, and migration routes. Memory plays a crucial role, guiding individuals back to productive feeding grounds year after year. Physiological resilience defines adulthood. Harp seals endure extreme temperature gradients, moving from sub-zero air into near-freezing water repeatedly. Their circulatory system regulates heat loss by restricting blood flow to extremities, preventing hypothermia while maintaining muscle function. Cultural representations of harp seals often focus on their appearance rather than their biology. This emphasis obscures the reality of their lives, harsh, demanding, and finely balanced. Beauty is incidental. Survival is the constant objective. Conservation efforts increasingly recognize the harp seal as an indicator species. Changes in their population health reflect broader shifts in Arctic ecosystems. Declines signal disruptions that ripple outward, affecting fisheries, predators, and indigenous communities. Protecting harp seals requires protecting ice itself, a challenge that extends beyond traditional wildlife management. It demands global action, reduced emissions, and acknowledgement that distant human activity influences polar survival. To watch a harp seal pup lying motionless on the ice is to witness vulnerability in its purest form. Yet within weeks, that same animal will dive into the ocean, navigating darkness, pressure, and predators with instinctive precision. This transformation embodies the resilience of life shaped by extremes. The harp seal does not conquer its environment. It synchronizes with it. Ice dictates birth, ocean dictates growth, and migration dictates survival. In a changing world, this synchronization is under threat. Still, for now, the harp seal persists. Each winter, as ice forms and winds sweep the polar seas, white shapes appear once more on frozen platforms. They are reminders of a world where life adapts not by resisting nature, but by moving in rhythm with it. If the ice endures, so will they. If it vanishes, an ancient story risks ending, not with noise, but with silence.